Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's very easy puzzle, and it's called Cake and a Mocktail by Shadow Nexus. And I did in recently another version, I guess, of his puzzle, another very easy puzzle from him, which was Cake and a Cocktail. So I'm not sure what this difference is, but maybe it'll be similar. Anyways, here are the rules. Fill the grid with the digits 1 through 9 so that no row, column, or 3 by 3 box contains repeated digits. So this is normal Sudoku rules. Adjacent digits along a green line have a difference of at least 5. So that means these are German whisper lines, which means if this was a 3, this would have to be an 8 or a 9 to maintain adjacent digits having a difference of at least 5, right? Because 8 has a difference of 5 with 3, and 9 has a difference of 6 with 3. It has to be 5 or greater. And cells separated by a black dot contain digits in a 1 to 2 ratio. So, for example, if this was a 2, this would have to be 1 or 4 to basically maintain the 1-2 ratio. And those are all the rules. I think it looks very similar to the previous one. I'm not sure quite. I don't know. Maybe there's just some number differencing here. Anyways, if you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, so what we did was we colored these things so that they were. And the thing is, along a German whisper line, you always alternate between lows and highs, right? Because you have 1 through 4, and the furthest low you can get is 1. So the furthest low digit that has to be next to it is 5 away from it, which would be 6. So you always alternate between 1 through 4, and that always has to be next to a 6 through 9, which then has to be next to a 1 through 4, etc., etc. So it goes back and forth between those. So therefore, we can color those orange. That's one set. And these are pink. That's another set. These are orange, and this is pink. Now, these two have to be the same set. So it has to be you can't have 6 and 8 be there. You can't have a 6 anyways. But you can't be, like, there's no ratio of 2 highs which has a 1 to 2 ratio, right? Because they can only be next to lows, if they have a black crocky dot between them. So the oranges are all lows, and the pinks are all highs. So we know these are highs, therefore this must be a low, this must be high, this must be low, which makes these highs and makes this a low. And if I remember correctly, that was forcing issues here, right? So again, will make this green and yellow, right? So therefore, this must be green. This must be yellow because it must be yellow next to, it must be the other set next to one of their own. This has to be yellow, which forces this to be green, which forces this to be yellow. Yeah, and this is very similar coloring here. This is yellow, this is green. These two are greens, these two are yellows, and this is green. Yeah, so this is basically exactly the same as, I believe, the previous puzzle that I did. So the yellows have to be low, because otherwise if it were high, there would be 5 highs in row 6, which is not allowed. So therefore the yellows are low, the greens are high. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so therefore, we know this is in a 1 to 2 ratio, so this is 2 with either 1 or 4. But this cannot be 4. So this, again, so I don't know if you saw my previous puzzle doing something similar, but this is next to 2 unique numbers, so it can never be 6, right? Because 6 can only be next to 1 unique number, and that's 1. Same with 4. 4 can only be next to 1 unique number, and that's 9. So this is next to 2 unique numbers, so this can't be 6 either. This is next to two unique numbers, so it can't be 6. So therefore, we have a 7, 8, 9, a 7, 8, 9, and a 7, 8, 9 here, which is a 7, 8, 9 triplet. This is next to two unique numbers, so this is 7, 8, 9. This is next to two unique numbers, therefore it's 7, 8, 9. 6 cannot be here, therefore 6 has to be one of these two. This is next to two unique numbers, so it can't be 4. This is next to two unique numbers, these two, so it can't be 4. And this is next to two unique numbers, so therefore it can't be 4. So that's a 1, 2, 3. We have a 1, 2, 3 triplet and a 7, 8, and 9 triplet in column 7. So the rest has to be 4, 5, or 6. This is 4, 5, or 6. This is 4, 5. This is next to two unique numbers, so it's 7, 8, and 9. This is next to two unique numbers, so it's 7, 8, and 9. This is next to two unique numbers, so this is 7, 8, 9 also. This is not, this could be a 6. This is not, it could be 6, but the 6 is there, so this can't be 6 specifically. This is next to three unique numbers, so it has to be an 8 or 9. This is next to three unique numbers, so it has to be 8 or 9 also. This is next to 2, so it has to be 7, 8, 9. This is next to 2, so it has to be 7, 8, and 9. Therefore, we have a 7, 8, and 9 triplet then in box 4. Therefore, the 7 has to be in column 3 in box 4. Therefore, this can't be a 7. So this is 8 or 9. This blue is next to two unique numbers. This blue is next to two unique numbers. This blue is next to two unique numbers. So they all have to be 1, 2, or 3. This is not next to two unique numbers. This is not next to two unique numbers, but this is. So this is 1, 2, or 3, which makes that have to be 4, which makes this 9 and that 9. Therefore, that makes this 8. That makes that 8. This has to be then 7, which has to be next to 1 and 2. So this is 1 and 2, 1 and 2. This is very similar to what we did with his other puzzle. So this can't be 3 because we know the 1, 2, or 3 in box 4. The 3 has to be in row 6. So therefore, the rest of the row cannot contain a 3. This is 1 or 2. This can't be 9. This can't be 8. This can't be 8. Therefore, we have a 7, 9, 7, 9 pair. And these blues, both of these blues, see both a 7 and 9. So they have to be next to a 7. So 3 is out, because 3 can never be next to a 7 on a German whispered line. So it's a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair, which means 1 and 2 are eliminated in the rest of the column. So therefore, this is 3, which forces this to be 8, 9, 8, 9. Because 3 can only be next to 8 and 9. Therefore, that eliminates 8 and 9 from the rest of the column. So therefore, this is 7. And 7 has to be next to 1 and 2. So therefore, this is 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So this can't be 7. This can't be 7. This can't be 1, so this is 2 or 3 next to the 8. This can't be, since this can't be 1, this can't be 6, so this is 7 or 9. This can't be 4, so this is 1, 2, or 3, which is fine. So we have a 1, 2, 3 triplet then in rows 8, and we have a 7, 8, and 9 triplet then. So we're looking at 4, 4, 5, and 6. So this is 4, 5. This is 4, 5, or 6. This is 4, 5, or 6. This can't be 1. So 1 is one of these two. Okay. 1 is one of these two, which means 1 has to be one of these two, right? Because there's no 1 in any of row 5 for box 4 and 5. Because the 1 is one of here, or the 1 is one of these. 2 has to be one of these two, because it's either 1, 2, or 2, 4 in a 1 to 2 ratio. This can't be, this has to be 1. 3 has to be here, and 3 has to be one of these two. Okay, let's see. 1 is one of those, 1 is one of these three. So this has to be 3, 4, 5, 6. This can't be 4, therefore the 4 has to be one of these three. This cannot be 1, 2, or 3 because we have a 1, 2, 3 triplet in the column, so this can't be 3. Um, hmm. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 7, 9, 7, 9. This can't be 9 because of this 9, therefore this is an 8, which makes that a 9. This is fine for either one. Either of these could be 4, so this could be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Hmm. Hmm. Cake and a mocktail, blah, blah, blah. So this has to be 2, 3, 4, or 5, because it can't be 1, 6, 7, 8, or 9. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This cannot be 1, 2, or 3. So this is 4, 5, or 6. This is 4, 5, or 6, and this is 4, 5, or 6. One of these is 1. So this is 1 through 6. This is 1 through 6. There's no 4, though, allowed, because the 4 has to be one of those 3, because there's no other place for 4. In that row. Let's see. This can't be 1 or 2. It cannot be 4. Cannot be 8 or 9 or 3. So no 1, 2, 3, 4. No 8 or 9. So this is 5, 6, and 7. Similarly, this is the same case. And this is basically what happened last time. Because 1 and 2, 1 and 2 had to be here, right? Therefore, this is 5, 6, 7, which means this is 1 or 2. So this is 1 or 2. This can't be 8. This has to be a 3, 8 pair then. So this is 3 and 8. This has to be 5, 6, or 7. Can't be 6, can't be 6 here. So this is a 5, 7 pair in box 5. Therefore, the 5 and 7 cannot be in the rest of the box. Therefore, this is 6, which means this can't be 6, so this is 4 and 5. This can't be 4 or 5, therefore this is 6, which means 6 cannot be here. Whereas the 6 in row 8, it has to be here, so this is 6. This can't be 5 because of the 4, 5 pair in row 5, so therefore that's 7. This is 5. This can't be 7, so this is 9. This is 7. 7 cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here, so this must be a 7. This can't be 6, whereas a 6 in box 6, it has to be here. This now is 4 and 5. 4, 5 pair. That's fine. This is 3 or 8. This cannot have a 2. It could be 1, 4, 3, or 8. 1, 3, 4, or 8. This is 1, 3, 4, or 8. This can't be 9. Therefore, this is an 8. So this cannot be a 4 because it would be next to an 8 then, which is not 5 away from on the German whisper line. Therefore, this is 1, 2. This can't be 8. Therefore, this is a 3, which makes that an 8. There's no 8 in the column. There's no 1 in the column because we have a 1, 2 pair. So this is 1 or 2. This is 1 or 2. This is a 9. This could still be a 4. We don't know. And it cannot have a 1 or 2 because we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in column 8. So this has to be 3 or 4. This can't be 6 anymore, so therefore 6 in row 2 has to be in box 1. So therefore the rest of the box cannot contain a 6. One of these, this can't be 6. So one of these is a 6. This can't be 2, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. We know. We don't know that much, actually. Never mind. This can't be 8, so therefore this must be a 7. So this cannot be 3, because 3 can't be next to 7. This is 1, 2, 1, 2. We have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in row 8. Therefore, this must be a 3. Which means this can't be 3, which means this must be a 3. Because there's no other place for it in row 6. Therefore, this can't be 3. This has to be a 4 or 5. We have a 4, 5, 4, 5 pair now in column 1. So the rest of the column cannot contain a 4 or 5, so it's 2, 7, 9. 2, 7, 9. 2 then has to be one of these two. Therefore, this can't be 2. This is 1, 3, or 5. 1, 3, or 5. 2 has to be one of these two. This can't be 3 either. So the 3 has to be one of these 3. 2 is one of these two. This can't be 7 anymore, therefore it must be 9. So this is a 2, 7, 2, 7 pair. Where's the rest? It has to be 8 and 9 for box 1. Okay, so this is 8 and 9, 8 and 9. The 7 has to be one of these, so this can't be 7, this can't be 7, therefore this must be 7, which means this cannot be, it cannot be 2, because we know the 2 has to be here in column 3. It could be 4, 5, or 6, though, so those all work. What else are we doing here? This is 6, this is 6. Okay. This is 1 to 2 ratio. Where is 8? 8 is one of these two. 9 has to be here, because it's eliminated from here, it's eliminated from here, and can't be either of these. 7 has to be one of these two. We have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair now in column 4, so 1 and 2 are eliminated there. Therefore, we're looking for 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. So 7 and 9 cannot be here. So this has to be a 7, 9, 7, 9 pair in here for column 4. This has to be 3, 5, and 8. This is 3, 5, or 8. This has to be one of 1 or 2, because there's no other place for the 1 or 2 to be. So this is 1 or 2. Can't be 1, therefore that makes this 2, which makes this 1, which makes that 2. This is just Sudoku. That's a 1, this is 2, this is 1, this is 2, this is 1. So the rest of this is 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. No 1 and 2. The rest of the column has to be 3, 4, 5, and 8. So this is 3, 4, 5, 8. 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 Okay. What else do we know? One of these is 1 or 2. We have all the 1s. Well, no, we don't. We have 2s. Oh, this can't be 2. Therefore, this is a 2 here. Which means this can't be 2. Where is the 6 then in row 7? It has to be here. So this is 6, which means this can't be 6. We now have a 4, 5, 4, 5 pair, which eliminates 4 and 5 from the rest of row 2. So therefore, this is 3. This is 6. This can't be 5 then because of the 4, 5, 4, 5 pair in box 1. So this is 1, 3, 1, 3. This is 3, so this can't be 3. So it's 5, 8, 5, 8. So therefore we have a 5, 8, 5, 8 pair in box 8. This can't, the rest of the box can't be 5 or 8, so therefore this is 4, which makes that a 3, which makes that a 4, so this can't be 4. This can't be 4. 4 can't be either of these two. This is a 4, 5, 4, 5 pair in row 8. So therefore that makes no 4 5s possible in the rest, sorry, row 9. That makes no 4 or 5s possible in the rest of the row. So this is an 8, therefore this is a 3. That's 3 in the corner. We celebrate. This can't be an 8, so this is a 5. This can't be 3 or 5, so it's a 4, 8 pair, which means since this is a 4, 8 pair in box 9, this can't be 4. So this has to be 5. This can't be 5, therefore this is a 6, which forces this to be 4, which forces this to be 3, which makes that a 1, which makes that a 3. Now it's just Sudoku. This is 2, this is 1. This is 7, this is 2, which makes this 9, and that's 7, which makes that 8, which makes that 9. This is 5 or 6. This is 5 or 6, but it can't be a 6, therefore it must be 5, which makes that 6, which makes that 5. This can't be 3 or 5, so this is 8. This has to be 1. This has to be 2, which makes that a 2, which makes that a 1. This can't be 5. This is 4, which makes that 5. This can't be 8, so it's a 4. This is 8. This can't be 5, so this is a 4, which makes that 5, which makes that 4, which makes that 5. That's 4, and this is a 5. And that's the solution. Fairly straightforward. I actually don't know. The comparison. Let me check to see. Like, I think I still have the first puzzle that Shadow Nexus, or the Cake and a Cocktail by Shadow Nexus. So let's take a look at that and see if we can see the difference. Cake and a cocktail. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Cake and Okay, let's just go here. That'll be easier. View solution. So it looks exactly the same. It's just that, yeah. The only difference was the starting numbers, I guess. Okay, so one's considered a cocktail, one's a mocktail. Okay, that sounds cool. Anyways, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.